JD Vance is a name that has garnered significant attention in recent years, particularly following his selection as Donald Trump's vice presidential pick. To many, he appears as a man of contradictions, embodying the complexities and tensions that define contemporary American politics. But who is JD Vance, and what drives him? To understand the enigma that is JD Vance, we need to delve into his background, his beliefs, and the seeming paradoxes that make him such a compelling figure. If that, and videos like it about politics, sociology, philosophy, and current affairs sound interesting, please do us a favor and hit that subscribe button while you're here. Thanks so much. Born in Middletown, Ohio in 1984, JD Vance grew up in the heart of the Rust Belt, a region characterized by economic decline, social disintegration, and a deep sense of abandonment. His upbringing was anything but easy. Vance was raised in a working-class family that struggled with poverty, addiction, and instability. His mother, a nurse, battled drug addiction, and his father was largely absent. It was his grandparents, particularly his grandmother, whom he affectionately called Mama, who played a crucial role in his upbringing, instilling in him a sense of discipline and resilience. Vance's early life, marked by hardship and uncertainty, is chronicled in his 2016 memoir, Hillbilly Elegy. The book, which became a bestseller and was later adapted into a Netflix film, offers a poignant account of his experiences growing up in a dysfunctional family and a declining community. Hillbilly Elegy resonated with many readers, especially those from similar backgrounds, and catapulted Vance into the national spotlight. The memoir was widely praised for its raw honesty and its exploration of the challenges faced by the white working class in Appalachia. However, it also attracted criticism for what some perceived as its oversimplification of complex social issues and its focus on personal responsibility over structural factors. Despite the book's success, JD Vance's journey was far from straightforward. After graduating from high school, Vance enlisted in the United States Marine Corps, serving in Iraq and gaining a sense of purpose and direction that had been missing in his earlier years. Upon completing his military service, Vance returned to the United States with a renewed sense of direction. He enrolled at Ohio State University, where he pursued a degree in political science and philosophy. At Ohio State, Vance excelled academically, earning high grades and demonstrating a keen intellect and curiosity. His success at Ohio State was a testament to the resilience and determination that had been instilled in him by his grandmother and honed during his time in the Marines. Vance's academic achievements at Ohio State opened the door to new opportunities, including the possibility of attending law school. Encouraged by his professors and mentors, Vance set his sights on Yale Law School, one of the most prestigious law schools in the country. Applying to Yale was a bold move for someone from his background, but Vance was determined to take the leap. His application stood out not only because of his strong academic record, but also because of the unique perspective he brought as someone who had overcome significant adversity. To Vance's surprise and delight, he was accepted to Yale Law School. However, his transition to the Ivy League was not without its challenges. At Yale, Vance found himself in an environment that was worlds apart from the one he had known in Appalachia. Most of his classmates came from affluent backgrounds and had been groomed for success from an early age. They spoke a different language both literally and figuratively, and navigated social circles that were foreign to Vance. He often felt like an outsider, acutely aware of the vast gulf between his experiences and those of his peers. Despite these challenges, Vance thrived at Yale. He found mentors and professors who recognized his potential and encouraged him to embrace his unique background as a strength rather than a weakness. One of the most influential figures in his life at Yale was Professor Amy Chua, known for her work on cultural identity and political conflict. Chua saw in Vance a bright and determined student who could offer valuable insights into the issues facing the white working class in America. Under her guidance, Vance began to explore the intersection of law, culture, and politics, deepening his understanding of the forces shaping American society. During his time at Yale, Vance also interned at a prestigious law firm and worked on Capitol Hill, gaining first-hand experience in the worlds of law and politics. These experiences not only broadened his understanding of the legal and political landscapes, but also helped him build a network of contacts that would prove invaluable in his future endeavors. JD Vance's entry into politics further highlighted the contradictions that define him. Initially, Vance was critical of Donald Trump and the populist wave that swept through the Republican Party in 2016. He expressed concern over Trump's divisive rhetoric and the potential harm it could cause to the fabric of American society. However, as time went on, Vance's views began to shift. By the time he launched his campaign for the U.S. Senate in 2021, he had embraced many of the same populist themes that he had once criticized. This apparent about-face raised eyebrows and led to accusations of opportunism. Vance's Senate campaign was marked by a rhetoric that resonated with the populist base of the Republican Party. He railed against the elites, big tech, and what he described as the woke culture that he believed was threatening traditional American values. He also positioned himself as a champion of the working class, drawing on his own experiences growing up in poverty to connect with voters who felt left behind by the political establishment. This shift in tone and message was a calculated move, designed to align Vance with the dominant forces within the Republican Party and to appeal to the voters who had propelled Donald Trump to victory. Yet, despite his populist rhetoric, Vance's background as a Yale-educated lawyer and venture capitalist made him an unlikely champion of the working class. His critics accused him of pandering to voters and abandoning the principles he had espoused in Hillbilly Elegy. They pointed to his previous criticisms of Trump and his ties to Silicon Valley as evidence that Vance was more interested in advancing his own political career than in staying true to his beliefs. Vance, however, defended his shift in stance as a pragmatic response to the realities of the political landscape. He argued that the Republican Party needed to embrace a more populist agenda to address the concerns of ordinary Americans and to counter the influence of what he saw as a corrupt and out-of-touch elite. Vance's ability to navigate these contradictions and to reconcile his populist rhetoric with his elite background is a testament to his political acumen. He has managed to position himself as both an insider and an outsider, someone who understands the struggles of the working class, but also has the credentials and connections to effect change. This duality has made him a polarizing figure, admired by some for his resilience and authenticity, and criticized by others for his perceived opportunism. One of the most intriguing aspects of JD Vance is the way he has been able to maintain his appeal across different segments of the electorate. To many working-class voters, Vance's story is an inspiring tale of overcoming adversity and achieving the American dream. They see him as a symbol of hope, someone who has not forgotten his roots and who is committed to fighting for the interests of ordinary Americans. To others, particularly those in the conservative intellectual community, Vance represents a new generation of conservative thinkers who are willing to challenge the orthodoxies of both the left and the right. However, this balancing act is not without its risks. Vance's ability to appeal to such a diverse constituency depends on his ability to maintain the delicate balance between his populist message and his elite background. Any misstep could alienate one group or the other, undermining his carefully crafted image. Moreover, as Vance's political career progresses, he will likely face increasing scrutiny over his past statements and actions, as well as his ties to influential figures in politics and business. The contradictions that define JD Vance are reflective of the broader tensions within the Republican Party and American society as a whole. The party is currently grappling with the challenges of appealing to a diverse and increasingly polarized electorate, while also trying to reconcile the competing interests of its various factions. Vance's rise to prominence is emblematic of this struggle, as he seeks to bridge the gap between the party's populist base and its more traditional conservative elements. Ultimately, JD Vance remains a figure shrouded in mystery, a man whose life and career defy easy categorization. He is at once a product of the American heartland and the Ivy League, a champion of the working class and a member of the elite, a critic of populism and a proponent of it. His story is a testament to the complexities of the American experience, and his political journey is one that will continue to captivate and confound observers for years to come. As Vance continues to navigate the treacherous waters of American politics, the question of who he really is and what he truly stands for will remain at the forefront of the national conversation. Whether he is ultimately remembered as a transformative figure who bridged the divides within American society, or as a political opportunist who capitalized on the anxieties of a nation in turmoil, is yet to be seen. But one thing is certain: JD Vance is a man who cannot be easily dismissed or ignored, and his influence on the future of American politics is likely to be significant.